So that was 30 years ago.
How long was the wait online?
It wasn't. Josh knew somebody that got us in, and then once I'd gone in and they knew I'd been there, they let me in right away. And you can make a reservation online too. But if you wait online, you're sitting, down the sidewalk and shit. But if you make a reservation or if you just have a connection, you'll get right in. We waited no more than 5 minutes to sit at a table, and we got a nice table. Served, one person's only allowed to do food; they can't do weed. One person has to just do weed. But I do think when you take that weed to go, all 3 times they waited so long to bring that pack to the table that I was like, I bet you they bank on everybody getting high and already cashing their bill out, forgetting that they ordered that fucking pack, and out they bounce. But I waited. I don't forget.
Huh.
Can I get another water?
Yeah, get to it. I don't give a fuck.
It's all in the fridge.
All in the fridge.
I don't know. Man, what you guys forget, what everybody forgets is that I'm 57 and I look 57. When nothing bothered me more when I was 22 and when old guys would try to act young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind trying to be young, but trying to show off, you ever go to a party and there's that old guy with long hair looking like Jesus made a comeback?
Yeah, I know that guy.
Okay, Grandpa. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Grandpa now.
But
a lot of places you walk into, I just feel.
But if you sat in a bar, you wouldn't feel that way.
Yeah, you don't see me in bars.
But I'm saying you wouldn't be looked at that way or feel that way. I'll tell you what, you're on to something, because I always thought I wouldn't smoke weed with my kids. I thought maybe when they're parents, I'll smoke weed with the kids, whatever. I don't want to be the parent. Because I always, in my mind, it would have been at a cookout or some shit, you know what I mean? Or a vacation, or we're in Jamaica, whatever. It would have been a special thing. But when I saw Josh brought his son, and he was, Jake is 22, it's legal. And I never considered in my mind that there would be the possibility of smoking weed with my children at a place where it was legal to sit and everyone's doing it. I never even that thought didn't cross my mind, And once I saw that, I was like, oh, well, at 21, she'll be able to do it anyway. I would have a drink with my kid at 21. Why wouldn't I smoke weed with my kid in this sort of setting? So it changed my mind on it. And I hear you feeling like the old guy trying to be cool, but that, of all the places I've been, including any fucking cast I've seen in Hollywood that preaches diversity, that restaurant was so fucking diverse in culture, in age, in sex, in race, everything. It was old white ladies kicking it over in the corner, smoking and laughing. It was, young, black, Asian, white, Latino, everybody. It was a melting pot. It was just a nice little thing.
I'm fucking impressed.
But you wouldn't have been an outsider.
No, I don't want to go there. That's another thing I wouldn't want to do.
It was history.
Is get high with my kids. I don't get high in front of my kids. I don't want my daughter to know I get high. I don't.
This one went out.
Once you see your hero doing something, you're gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
I know, because in the environment that I grew up in, I don't like that little niche of a relationship with a kid. I don't know.
I'm with you. I always felt that way too. Yeah.
You know what?
But when your daughter's 25, 23, you wouldn't have a glass of wine at Christmas dinner or something with her.
Let's make it her being 23.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that, brother. Yeah.
I don't see it. There's no alcohol in my house. I don't want her seeing her. I love when parents are like, oh, I dropped my kid off and we're so hungover today. That's not for me. I don't ever want to hear that coming from a parent's fucking mouth. Because your kid hears that word hungover. And now it's acceptable. They're seeing their heroes doing what society, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
All that is just a little too creepy for me. I'd like my kids to be a little bit more cut off at the umbilical cord at that age. I see too many kids, young age, connected to the umbilical cord to their parents. You got to cut that cord.
There's a lot of helicopter parents over there.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I have weird vibes on that. I was raised in a house where alcohol was accepted.
You're raised in a bar. Yeah.
I saw the effects. That's why
that makes total sense.
I was never going to do cocaine, because I remember being at the bar late night and shooting pool by myself and looking at people, what they had become, and the hour that I was shooting pool, they were snorting coke. And now they were at the bar and they were chatty, they were creepy. They would all give me an extra $10 if I came over and bothered them. But, you know where I learned? My mom did cocaine. And I knew when she'd do it, and it fucking tore me up inside when she'd do it. Especially when I had to tell her to clean her nose.
Yeah.
So it always bothered me. So for me to fucking ever do coke was never going to happen. And heroin, I got another horrible story about heroin, so that was never going to happen. But one day I went downstairs and there was coke in the thing. And like I said, for a couple months I was giving it to a friend of mine to impress him. And then one day I took a little piece and saved it in my desk. And I didn't know why. And the night before, the kids called me and they go, we're going to play hooky. And that day we went, and as we were going to Hudson County Park, as we were walking there, up the corner was a beer truck. I'll never forget it. And that's when we would rob beer trucks.
You robbed beer more than one?
Oh, my God. If you saw a beer truck, if you went to eat breakfast, all right, so I would always sign up for first class, first period, at 7:30 class. That's what time period 1 is. A lot of my friends were lazy. They came in for fourth period. Homeroom was 9:40. The fuck wants to go to school at 9:40?
Yeah.
I want to go at 7:30 and get it over with. So I would take first period, second period, then third period was study hall. That means breakfast. You're not allowed to leave the building. Good. Go tell it to the Marines. We would go to Hashways and get a fucking ham and egg on a nice poppy seed roll when they were tight. A soda, maybe a bag of Wise potato chips, maybe a Yo-Ho.
The old owl.
Ring ding and shit.
Yeah.
And strolling. And I remember they had monitors up, like you're not allowed to leave.
Okay.
1 day suspension. Good for you. Keep believing that. We either went there or the Fifth Avenue Deli. They had the best meatball hero in the country at that time. And next to it was an abandoned garage that was really cold, so you could stand there, eat your hero, and then spark up.
Okay.
It was tremendous. So we either went there. But what were we talking about? Breakfast? Whatever. So we were walking the Hashways to have breakfast. And next to Hashways at that time was a liquor store. And that's when there were one guy. It used to be just one guy, and he would get out of his truck, open up the thing with the belt.
Now, is that the old side rolled up? Yeah, the garage door.
He would empty his. He would get the wheel, the cart,
dolly,
the hand cart. He would put the 5 cases on there.
Door
sometimes
up.
Sometimes he would put 20 cases and take them in 5 apiece. We'd time it just perfectly. But as soon as he turned around, you shot across the street and took that type case.
And everybody got one.
We tried. So
we're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.